Now we have seen exception handling with numbers, but does it only have to be with numbers? The answer is no. Anything in Java that can create an exception can be handled with exception handling. So let's do a simple example. This is going to be a quick example and a short video. So string s is equal to a, b, c, d. This is a string. Now if I write a for loop, so for an integer I that is equal to 0, and I'll write the loop in a proper way first and then we'll see. I is less than s dot length. Then what I will do is I plus plus, and I will system.out.println s dot char at I. Now if I run this, it's going to keep printing those character by character for me, and then after this it's going to do my calculator, because now my calculator is the rest of the code. Now if we do this less than or equal, now this is going to get me into an exception, which is string index out of bound. So string index out of bounds exception. Can I catch this? The answer is indeed we can do this. What I will need to do is surround this with a try catch block. So try, or even I can even have the try here, because this is what's going to cause the exception. So I can surround the whole thing, but I don't need to. This is the line that may give me the problem. So let me just surround this try, and then catch. And my exception is string index out of bound exception, and I want to call it A, and then in here I can just do any message. So system.out.println the string has no more characters. And now I should be able to catch this. Now if this works, then it should print A, B, C, D, and then the string has no more characters. Then welcome to my calculator. And this is what happened. So it executed the code, we finished up printing the string, we didn't have any issues. Then and only then I jump to my calculator and I ask my user for the first number. Again, my calculator is going to work, the exception handling in that is going to work just fine, because this is not going to affect the other one in any way. And now this is my application that's catching 2 exceptions dealing with numbers and 1 exception dealing with strings. How do I know which exception to catch? The easiest way, at least for me, to know which exception to catch is to create a code that is going to generate the exception. So in this case, I created this code, or I wrote this line of code that is creating the exception, and I placed it without any try catch block. When you run the code, it will give you the exception. So the exception is java.lang.string index out of bounds exception. This is my exception right here. So this is what I need to catch. And then I will copy this, put it in my catch block as I did right here, and remove the line that is responsible for the exception and put it right here. Now again, in here, remember that we had some methods that we can do with the exception. So I can say e dot print stack trace, and then if I do this, the string has no more characters, and this is the stack trace of the exception. So you can utilize the object in here and utilize the methods on that object, but it looks ugly, so this is way better with just printing your specific error messages.